Do you have what it takes mentally to be the ultimate wrestling trivia champion?
Yes! Woo!
This is Wrestling Jeopardy! And now, here is your host, Kevin J. Callis!
Well, thank you so much, wacky announcer guy, and welcome to the one and only interactive pro wrestling game show where you're the contestant.
You don't know me! You don't know me!
And as always, 25 clues are on the board, and they come from these 5 categories, beginning with famous quotes, followed by our visual category of the week, scripted or unscripted. Our third category, in honor of all you mothers out there, is Mat Moms. Our fourth category, interviews gone wrong. And our fifth category this week, as voted on by you, the WrestleTrivia community. The 3 choices you had to choose from were the year 1997, the year 1998, or the year 1999. And one of the closest races we've ever had here on Wrestling Jeopardy, the winning category will be the year 1997.
If you don't like it, tough.
And that sound means it's time for the 200-point job around. A couple of easy questions to hopefully start your game off strong.
Okay.
And here comes the first clue from famous quotes worth 200 points. Who said Brett screwed Brett? And that would be the former chairman of the WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. On to the second clue of the job around. Take a look at this picture and tell me, was this moment scripted or unscripted? Ah yes, the Shockmaster making his shocking debut in WCW, basically falling on his arse. This moment was 100% unscripted.
I never seen that shit before.
We're on to Mat Moms now for 200. She announced that she was expecting her first child live on Miz TV in September 2017. And that would be Marie's. Moving on to interviews gone wrong for 200 points. His interview on Steve Austin's podcast in 2016 went completely off the rails in the most painfully awkward way. Stone Cold just did not understand what Dean Ambrose, aka Jon Moxley, was all about.
This shit, I'm out.
And let's finish up the job around with this clue from the year 1997. Long before the invasion and the alliance, this wrestling promotion invaded Monday Night Raw back in February 1997. Who is ECW Extreme Championship Wrestling?
Say hello to the fat guy.
Jumping back across the board now, here comes the 400-point clue from famous quotes. Who said, "my hole"? What the heck were we watching during the Thunderdome era, the COVID-19 pandemic era of WWE? The correct answer, who is Nia Jax? On to another visual clue worth 400 points. Tell me, was this moment scripted or unscripted? Even after becoming a born-again Christian, Shawn Michaels still had a little bit of DICK in him as he went off script and completely oversold for the Hulkster at SummerSlam in 2005. On to another clue from Mat Moms. This one is worth 400 points. Not only does Trish Stratus' son have a WWE Hall of Famer for a mom, but he also has one as his godmother in this Extreme Diva. Who is Lita? On to another interview gone wrong, worth 400 points. In the build to WrestleMania 41, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair traded jabs in a personal promo on SmackDown about divorces and this wrestler being in Charlotte's DMs. Who is Ludwig Kaiser? And let's close out the 400-point round now with this clue from the year 1997. The much anticipated match between Sting and Hulk Hogan was plagued by backstage politics and an awkward finish at this WCW pay-per-view. Dubbed by WCW as the match of the century, unfortunately, the bout between Hulk Hogan and Sting at Starrcade 97 was far from perfect.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
All right, 10 questions down, 15 to go, plus the daily double, a bonus question, and Final Jeopardy.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
We begin the 600-point round now with this famous quote: "Fire me, I'm already fired." Real-life heat between Eric Bischoff and Ric Flair led to this memorable outburst by the Nature Boy on an episode of Nitro. The second clue of the 600-point round now is a visual clue. Tell me, was this moment at WrestleMania 33 scripted or unscripted? Somebody should have smartened up that security guard, but nonetheless, former NFL tight end Rob Gronkowski getting stopped by a security guard was 100% unscripted. It's time for the bonus question.
Let's get down to business.
Basically, what happens if you get this question correct, you will double your score. At WrestleMania 33, Gronk helped his good friend Mojo Rawley win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal by delivering a shoulder block to this superstar. And that would be, who is Jinder Mahal? We've reached the halfway point of the game now, and here comes another clue from Matt Moms. In 2018, her daughters Ruby and Lyric watched her become the first person to appear in both a men's and women's Royal Rumble. Who is Beth Phoenix? On to another interview gone wrong clue, worth 600 points. WWF officials were able to smooth things over with this Middle Eastern nation after Vader roughed up a morning talk show host for calling wrestling fake. What are you gonna do? Vader flew into a rage, which resulted in the Mastodon getting arrested and being detained in the country of Kuwait for nearly 2 weeks. Here comes the final clue of the 600-point round now. From the year 1997, the WWF's Ground Zero In Your House event is notable for featuring the first ever singles match between Shawn Michaels and this superstar. Who is The Undertaker? On to another famous quote. This clue is worth 800 points. Who said, "We have set out to change the face of professional wrestling"? And that would be the franchise, Shane Douglas. On to another visual clue, this one worth 800 points. Tell me, was this moment scripted or unscripted? After Neville broke his ankle in a match against Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla was smart enough to realize what was going on and provoked this unscripted fight with referee Charles Robinson to give the ringside medical personnel a chance to help the injured Neville. On to another clue about Matt Moms. This one is worth 800 points. She declared herself an untouchable 24/7 champion due to her pregnancy, even claiming she would defend it during her OB/GYN appointments. Who is Maria Kanellis? On to another interview gone wrong, worth 800 points. This superstar threatened a condescending reporter after being called fragile during a tour of Mexico in 2007. Known for having just a couple of anger management issues early in his career, Who is the Viper, Randy Orton?
Call me fragile. I will headbutt your teeth through your skull. Do you hear me?
On to the final clue of the 800-point round. From the year 1997, he became the NWO's first international member. Now, some of you may have guessed it was the Great Muta. However, he was the second international member of the New World Order, the first being Masahiro Chono.
Were you aware of this?
What'd he say?
All right, it's time once again for the most difficult round in Wrestling Jeopardy.
This is the hardest part right here.
It's the main event. 5 1,000-point questions guaranteed to put your wrestling knowledge to the test.
You him now! You NW! What you now, yeah?
And we begin with the final famous quote. It's worth 1,000 points. And tell me, who said, "I choppy choppy your pee-pee"? And that would be Japanese wrestling fixture and former Kaientai manager, the villainous Yamaguchi-san. On to the final visual clue. It's worth 1,000 points. Tell me, was this moment scripted or unscripted? That's former Tough Enough winner Daniel Puder, who went off script and almost broke Kurt Angle's arm back in 2004 on an episode of SmackDown. On to the final Mat Mom clue, worth 1,000 points. This former WWE diva and TNA knockout gave birth to quadruplets in 2018. God bless her, who is Christy Hemme? And we're on to the final clue from Interviews Gone Wrong, worth 1,000 points. In one of those so bad it's good moments, he started his infamous interview with an emphatic yip when asked about his ongoing rivalry with Motley Crue. With a cadence that is so shaky it's dizzying, Jumpin' Jeff Farmer's promo has become a cult classic with over 1 million views on YouTube.
Yep.
And by process of elimination, here comes the final clue on the board. You know this is going to be a toughie, so bet wisely. The category once again is the year 1997. Place your wager now. All right, time is up. Here's this episode's Daily Double Clue. He was an interesting choice to be ranked at number 1 in 1997's Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500. Now I'll give you the top 5 here. Number 5 was Lex Luger. Number 4 was Diamond Dallas Page. Number 3 was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 2 was Mitsuhara Misawa. And the controversial number 1 choice was former WCW Cruiserweight and United States Champion, the Iceman, Dean Malenko. All right, 26 clues are down and only one separates you from becoming the undisputed WrestleTrivia champion. Let's find out what this episode's final Jeopardy category is. Need backup. All right, time is up. Here is your multiple choice final Jeopardy clue. In 1996, he played the role of Goldust's unnamed bodyguard at In Your House 7, Good Friends, Better Enemies. Was it A, Bull Buchanan, B, Mantar, C, Midian, or D, Viscera? You have 15 seconds. Good luck. Now, before we reveal the final Jeopardy answer, big shout out to these contributing editors who are members of this channel. And by the way, one of the cool perks that they receive is that they get new Wrestling Jeopardy episodes before those videos are released to the public. With Goldust nursing a legit knee injury, his match with the Ultimate Warrior consisted solely of 8 minutes of stalling, the Warrior smoking a cigar, a clothesline to the Bizarre One, and a count-out finish. The unnamed bodyguard, aka Mantar, then gets in the ring and gets gets pummeled to conclude one of the worst Intercontinental title matches in WWF history. Thanks again so much for watching. If you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.